It's a connection to first contact almost 300 years ago. In the late 1700s, European settlers first explored Vancouver Island, but they discovered the island was already home to many Indigenous peoples. And so the Europeans thought they were in the presence of a vanishing race, so they collected artifacts to put in museums. Well, it's been nearly 3 centuries and perspectives have changed. Are these objects artifacts or art?
And unfortunately, we tend to get the same narrative all the time, which is about, Captain Vancouver came and all these folks, these European settlers, which, they did do this. It's not a question of denial, but it's a kind of one-sided or one reflection on what happened here. You were telling me about this book.
Sydney artists Chris Creighton-Kelly and Franz Trepagny have been working in the arts for years. More recently, the Art Gallery of Greater Victoria asked them to take on a new task, a research project called Here Now, Here Before.
One of the main concerns in this project is actually to retell the story of Aboriginal art and contemporary art practices, but not from a European or mainstream perspective, but from the perspective of Aboriginal people and people of color themselves.
So let me understand, they use only the quills to create all this?
Yeah, well no, it's not, there's different things here.
Franz is of French and Mohawk descent, and Chris's background is South Asian and British. Their ethnic diversity combined with their research experience made them the perfect candidates for the project.
We have the advantage that they live here, so that's particularly interesting, and we need to support the local scholars and art historians, and so this is one way we can do it. And so this is an opportunity for us to contribute from this small place in Vancouver Island to the kind of growing international discussion about Aboriginal art and Aboriginal art history.
The project is divided into 3 phases. So right now, Franz and Chris are in phase 1, which is the research stage of the project. So they've been reading books, looking at photographs, and watching videos.
Wow. I know. So the first thing is for Franz and I to just kind of educate ourselves even more than we know. Who were the people that came? What did they do when they came? What artistic practice did they have? Did their artistic practices cross over, or were they just within the culture?
The duo hope to be on to phase 2 by the fall, where they'll be getting out into the community, interviewing island artists. As for the 3rd and final phase,
there's a possibility of a conference, an exhibition, a publication. We'll see down the road where that leads us to.
In Sydney, I'm Jen Moranitz for The Daily.